tonight, and I would absolutely 100% agree to that. I will get, if not tomorrow, Wednesday, to get the recaps up. It's just been one of them days today. As you can see, I'm a little bit disheveled tonight. Wasn't sure if Christina was going to come live. I really want to get this teapot started. It won't get done by the time somebody is going to have their birthday on Tuesday, Wednesday, but at least I can try, or at least start it so she can see it. So I wasn't sure if Christina was going to be able to come live. We still have our so I know I do all the cutting before we come live, but that's just not happening tonight because it's just been one of them days. Um, we have I worked on the outline of our goose tonight a little bit. I worked on this side because it's not something you can really see. Really, the only thing we have left to do, I did the hat. I used the silver crochet thread for the, I'll show you this one. Oops. I wasn't supposed to show you that. You all didn't see it. Hopefully not. Um, anyway, you'll see it. You'll see it on Wednesday. Um, I used the silver crochet thread for here. I did this as an outline. Um, I have to do this part with the yellow or the green. I haven't decided yet which one I'm going to do that with. And then we've got this side, and I've got this whole thing to do here. So it is a tedious process to outline with the embroidery thread. It's not impossible. It just takes a heck of a lot of patience. And it really looks great. We did use the stronger thread for here for it, but it's one of those things where I decided I have to be in the right mood for it, and I kind of have to sometimes do some of it and put it aside and come back to it. So that's kind of what we're doing tonight. But it is slowly getting it, and I promise you all, I will not put the eyes on it until you are with me. I will not finish it, put the eyes on it. Josh is working on the frames for both Christina's, and can't show you this. Christina's one, but I have to outline that and work on that, and I probably will do that off camera. But anyway, we're gonna do this. I need to put the goose aside. I worked on it a little bit. I actually came on about I didn't come on, but Are you sitting here since about 6:30 working on it, and I'm like, I need to stop working on the outline or I'm going to lose my mind. I love it. I love the goose. It's just whatever. I'm going to be on Crystal's a Yardy Chicken um on I'm sorry, I can go back there. The July 28th at 1 o'clock. I will be on hers, and I have a really, really cute cat I've designed with a chicken, not a chicken, but a yarn ball with a cat. So I'll probably be doing that. Well, I'm working with her, starting that and finishing that. We went to the Home Depot today. If you didn't see my post, we got paint sticks, y'all. These are paint sticks packs. They come for $1.78 for 10 sticks. These are a great option for frames. Josh is working on making the frames mitered. I know that he's probably not too happy with
I need those instead of the painted ones because I keep finding the other side.
It's okay. We'll work on it. Hi, Bud Files. So anyway, these are $1.78. If you have a military discount, which my mom did, you of course can get 10% off. But that's not bad. This will get you through, and they have even the bigger sticks if you're doing a bigger project. Or the 5-gallon sticks, but these will get you through to between these two. It gives you there's 12 sticks, right? So it'll give you 24 sticks. So it'll give you 6 projects for this for $1.78. So it's a great price for being able to frame your Kinusaiga projects. And like I said, I think the 5-gallon ones, which if we ever do a project that big, they cost $1.78 too, but there's only 3 sticks, but there still would be long enough. What are you doing? Yes, Missy, what are you doing? And you should have seen our car on the way home today as we tried to bring home, you guessed it, more board. Now, this is only a fraction of the size that it is in the home improvement store. Okay. When I tell you that this is that you saw me in the home improvement store standing by a piece of this foam board. We got this. Of course, my mom had the military discount. We got two boards for $28 minus 10%. So it was like $26. But we had 8 of these boards sitting, and you saw me at the. I took a picture and put it on the community post. It was taller than I am. For $28, that's going to give you a lot of Kinusaiga projects. A lot. I got one to give, I got two that gave out of the just the 2 inch, the 2 foot by 2 foot by 1 foot that we got from Menards. We got 1, 2, plus Christina's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Of course, it all depends how you cut it. 9 projects out of those 2 boards that we got that were roughly about $8 a piece. So that was a lot of projects for right 1, 2 plus Christina's 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 projects out of just the 2 foot by 2 foot Kinusaiga or 2 foot by 2 foot by 1 inch from Menards, and those cost $8. So you roughly got about 5 projects out of one panel. That's a lot. It just made sense because I called the local library. I don't know if that place is going to do it. We're going to get our fabric from. If they'll want to host a class, I kind of don't know where this journey is going to take us. So we went and we were.
Got 9 out of that.
Yeah. What 9 out of what?
The last one. The last 2 foot by 2 foot section.
No way you could have got 9 out because some of these projects are the ones from the previous panel.
I'm telling you how many boards I'm getting out of this one. 9 total.
I've only done 10 projects, honey. I don't know how you could have got 9.
I've got 3, 4 boards over here.
Okay.
Plus the 2 I just gave you.
Okay. Do you still have 4 more boards over there?
I have about 4 more boards, yeah.
What size?
1, 2, 2 more 9x7s.
Okay.
And one, I'm not sure about the size. It's like a 9x10 right now, or 8x10. 9x10 right now.
But we
could be pretty much anything. Got another one that's a 6x7.
Well, I have over here, and this is out of the 2 boards that we have. I 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Plus we gave Christina 10. Plus, wait, hold on. 1, 2,
Well, hang on a
4,
second.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
8x8s.
I have 11 boards that I can account for over here.
This second 2x2 piece, I'm counting what I cut out of it. 3 8x8s. I've got 2 7x9s that are already cut. I've got 2 more 7x9s that are ready to cut. And then I've got an 8x10, 9x10. Got a 9x10 ready to cut or ready to get trimmed down. And then there's another piece that's a little bit smaller than everything else. It's like a 7x6, I think. Yeah, 7x6. So it's 2, 4, 6, 9. 9 projects out of the 2x2.
Well, I count 11 that I've had. So you're saying roughly about 20?
No.
I fire an art.
You're not that You're counting two 2x2 boards.
Yeah, so I'm trying to get.
I'm counting one 2x2 board.
So roughly, you're saying about 10 out of each board.
About 9 out of each.
Okay. Well,
depending on how you cut them, you can get about 9, maybe a little bit more.
Depending on how you cut it, we've gotten roughly, and I'm not the mathematician here, about 10, 9 to 10 out of each board out of 2 foot by 2 foot by 1 inch. That's a lot of projects. That's a lot of ones out of one board and some fabric that I still have tons left over. So this is what was the size at Walmart or Sam or Home Depot that we got?
The one at Home Depot was a 4x8 by 1.
So 4 foot wide, right?
Yep.
8 foot tall. So it was, you saw it on the thumbnail. It was much more taller than I was. And by 1 inch. So we have 8 boards because we had to cut them down in the Home Depot parking lot, which I can tell you that's any marriage. And we had cut it down. Josh brought his hot knife and he did something to be able to make the hot knife electric plug in the car and so forth. And we figured out how to do it. So if you're going to Lowe's, if you're going to Home Depot, you better bring something to cut this with. Or you can snap them or find somebody that has a truck and then you can just put them in the truck and take them home. I will say probably find somebody with a truck with a thing over it. One of those the covers over it, because these things will fly away very easily. They're very lightweight. So what we are going to do is we are going to keep track of these boards and what the size of it is, and let you know how many projects we get out of each board, so you know how many there are. As we grow, I can see more and more. Now, believe me, if I could have had this delivered to me by Home Depot without it being an astronomical amount, I would have absolutely done it. But for $26 versus getting 2 foot by 2 foot at the Menards, it was a great little price. It was something that we could just put in the car and bring home. This was much more of an economical find. So we will take every board. We're going to mark down the size of what it is out of the 4 boards out of each board. And then we'll figure out when we get done with 4 of these panels, what sizes we got out, how many we got out, and divide exactly how much a big panel like this costs for $28 at Home Depot. Home Depot will not cut it, but Lowe's does not have. They have one, and I'm probably going to go ahead and get to the point where I'm going to try Lowe's. Lowe's has ones that are patterned just so that I know if I like it, and then I can tell you all. But I really kind of like the thing. So, with that being said, I know I'm behind the 8 ball, but like I said, I didn't know if Christina was going to come on tonight. Okay, so it's Mama's birthday on Tuesday or Wednesday. It is our Thursday. Oh boy, it's our anniversary tomorrow. Josh and I's 18th wedding anniversary. Inside my fruit jar today is carrots, pear, pineapple, kale, and apple, and then a mixture of tomato, carrot, broccoli, and celery. So we will wait till that melts so I can have my juice, because I take a break every couple of days. So she and I always have tea. You've seen us have it on it here. And I wanted to do teacups for her birthday present. So this is going to Mama. And usually this would already be cut, but I'm way behind the 8 ball tonight. So I just thought, well, we'll just come on. We'll do the thing, right? Because like I said, the goose is coming along, but I have to still outline it. And I needed a break from outlining it. I just needed a break. It's a lot to outline it. It was going to look really cute. I do promise you all that I will finish it and I will make sure that the eyes go on it and the little flower goes on it while we're live. Another thing is I will be on Crystal Yarn Chicken's channel on the 28th, and I have the cutest Kinusaiga pattern to work on while we're live with her. Of course, I probably won't be able to have my camera facing down because nobody will be able to see me unless she wants to do that. But if not, I can work on it and then just show everybody and put it up. At least if I need to put my camera down so I can show everybody exactly how to do it, then I can show everybody how to do it. But we're just going to get on and chit chat and talk and so forth. So I'm looking forward to that. Oh, my scissors are here because Christina took my scissors. I need these first. Another thing that I really want to say real quick, and I'm going to say this, and I hope everybody will be understanding, because I know that this is not for everybody. This is not going to be everybody's jam, is to sit here and do this. Now, I did get a compliment from Blondie, uh, Gypsy Traveler today, and she said it was so relaxing to watch you do that. She said, I really loved watching you do that. And that made me feel really good because it was like she said, I don't know if I do that, but she said, I found it very relaxing to watch you do that. So I posted something yesterday. I posted a poem and a short, and I didn't do it for anybody else than me. It's gotten an okay view, but it's fine. It's not the views of the reason I posted it. And I posted a picture of me with a big board at Sam's or Lowe's today. And I just want everybody to understand. I know to maybe some people this is going to start getting old. I hope it doesn't. Um, she's doing another pattern. But this has really, really become a tremendous passion of mine. For more ways than one. Christina and I are back and forth talking about patterns and things she wants. She already has Pinterest full of coloring book images she'd like for me to make into patterns. And she even said when I handed her last pattern, she goes, I wish you had given me more than one. I could have worked on it. I know this is not going to be for everybody, and I understand that. But this is such an enjoyment for me. And I really cannot express the journey that I'm going on with this. I don't know where it's going to take me or us. But I really, really want to emphasize something. And the weather is getting better, the smoke is getting better. So probably in the next week, I'm going to make sure I can get a video up about what we do here on this channel. And I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again as we're pretty soon into this live. Please understand 100% that I don't care what we're doing. If people can understand the basis of this channel is not for you to pick up a seam ripper, pick up a crochet hook. That's not the point of this channel. It never has been. If I had to redo things again, I probably would have not made the name Blessed to Crochet, because in some ways it has, and some ways I know at one point it won't affect our growth because people just get to know us as Blessed to Crochet. But I want people to understand that the point of this channel, and I'm going to say it over and over again, is for you guys to come in here and make those connections. That's the point of it. It is not to pick up a seam ripper. It is not to pick up a crochet hook. It's not to cook any of the recipes we do. You can cook them if you want to. It's not to do any one of those things. It's to come in here and find some amazing channels and some amazing people and connect and talk and so forth. And I just hope that we can continue doing that, because that's where my heart is. My heart is, yes, this is a passion. I'm really enjoying Kinusaiga. I'm looking at doing patterns, and yes, we're putting patterns up for those people that want to do this and want the pattern. But our basis will always 100% be connecting, growing, not only people that want to grow channels, but also people that want to grow friendships and connections. And if I can have people understand that if they can come into a chat like this, that somebody's sitting here and working on a project, maybe they're enjoying watching a project come to life, but they can realize that if they can come into a channel like this and get the conversation going. That helps us by helping YouTube realize, hey, the algorithm in this channel is going, and we're going to start putting this channel out. We're going to push this channel out. And so that's why I want people to understand. I know for me, this is a journey, but it may not be everybody's journey. And everybody may eventually say, boy, oh boy, she's doing another project. I'm getting tired of it. I'm doing this for me. This is helping me in more ways than one. And I look forward to continuing doing this. But again, the basis of this channel is for connection and growth and people coming together. And I'm here for you all. And this is just something that I feel very led to do, and something that I feel as if will lend itself to people coming in and chit chatting and talking and allowing us to do what we're doing here. It is all about that connection. And I need your help in order to share us out and help us grow. People coming in, one of the things that I've kind of not done the greatest job at is making sure that I'm scheduling my lives and so people know when I'm coming on. And part of the reason I haven't done that is because I wait till we get done with where we are and then I take a picture and I upload the thumbnail. Well, I'm going to stop doing that. I'm just going to if I have to change the thumbnail once we get done for the night, I'll change the thumbnail. So that's what we're going to do. And then that way you guys will know where we are. And if we finish this, and I've done 7 or 8, in the series of this one, then we'll start working on another one. But it's not always going to be me sitting here in a corner either. We're going to go outside eventually. We're going to watch the fall leaves. This is not something I can take outside, but I can take my crochet outside and do again what we're called to do for this channel. And we're going down to Josh and I are going down to the Amish country tomorrow for our anniversary. So we'll see what tomorrow. I'm not going to be on here terribly long tonight because I do have to get some soap caddies ready. We're taking some soap caddies down to the Amish country, and we're just going to go down there. We'll get a little bit of something and have a lunch or something like that and spend the day down there. I love the Amish country, but I do want to go down there so I can see if, of course, our soap caddies will go down there, and I've been wanting to do that. So other things have hit the fan in order to make it happen. So this is the journey I'm on for whatever reason. I haven't totally figured it out. I know it's the start of it. I don't expect anybody else to sit here and say, okay, I got to come on a Kinusaiga journey with, and do that. You don't have to. The journey is just, the journey, I think, can be a various things. The journey could be, you know what? I'm just going to come in and start connecting with people. That can be your journey. But my journey is doing this and getting really good at it and being able to inspire other people. My daughter, I love her. Of course, she'll know that. Um, she has not been, nor has she ever been, someone that's going like, "Oh, great, I want to do a craft project," you know. And I think yet she's very crafty or very creative, and she always wanted to, but it wasn't the one thing that she actually enjoyed. And she is loving this. And so if I can inspire somebody to do something like this, it's amazing. And if you think, oh, well, I don't want to go to Lowe's and pick up that big board, well, go to Menards and pick up one. Start there. You may do one project and you're done. Maybe you'll like to have the ornaments. And I saved these because I'm not wasting them. And then I put them in here, and then when I can do a project, eventually I've got the roll down there. You know, if you're someone that sits there and go, okay, well, I can do the I go to Menards, buy an 8 by or 2 by 2 by 2, cut it out, get some fabric, try it. If you don't like it, that's fine. But if you like me and you're like, man, by the way, when you put that down, it's down. And even though I cut it all. We can fix it. You know, if you believe that you need it or believe that it's not for you, then it's not for you. If you're like me and you started it and you fell absolutely in love with it, wonderful. But, I thought about it today and I thought, well, maybe people, but it really, and I just want to thank, Gypsy Traveler, because for me, it was a real, it meant a lot that she was saying to me, I watched you, and she said, she said it was very relaxing to watch it come together. So we are going to get the goose done. But I need a break from the goose tonight. I actually just have to, I just thought, I promise you all that we will put the eyes on the goose and make it come to life fully together. So, I just, I thought about it today and I thought, well, maybe everybody's kind of like, well, you know, she's doing a project again. She's gone crazy for Kinusaiga. Yeah, I have. And, if I have to do other things, what I can do and what I'm limited to do because of my disability, I will do it. If I have to do some stuff off air or off YouTube, I will. I hope that you all are enjoying this. I really do, because I am just loving this. And I hope that everybody else does. But we're going to start doing more of that and planning in advance and just putting the picture up. And then that way, if people want to come in, they can. At least there'll be more notice. There'll be more notice when it's live. But I've been trying to wait so I can see the picture afterwards and put the picture up so people know where we are. So this is going to be called Tilted Teacups. But, I know I know this is not for everybody, but it is just, it's, and, if we were a different kind of channel where, this is not the one, this is the pattern. If this was a different type of channel where, nope, that's not it. That's not it. It's this one. It is this one. If we were a different kind of channel where, the focus was not on connection, it would be different. But the focus is not on me. It's not what we're doing. It's on connection. And I could be doing anything. That connection doesn't stop just because I'm doing this. And I hope everybody can understand that. I don't expect anybody to totally understand it. but it's just something that I'm just so enjoying. And I can tell you it was very unique to find the way home with that stuff in the car. I think that looks about right. This is not going to, well, I can fix that when I do it if I wanted to have it totally line up. But it doesn't have to totally line up to the side of it. So, you know, maybe we'll never. I mean, would I like to sell kits for this? Absolutely. Would I like to be able to be in a position where I'm showing people and I'm doing classes on it? Absolutely, 100%. There's no doubt. All right, we have got to bring this down because that, well, that does, then this can't because of where that teacup is on the bottom. So that's what we have to center it. This is where sometimes a ruler helps. Hi, Nikki. Welcome on in. We're doing something called Kinusaiga. And usually I'm got a pattern cut and it didn't happen today. You can put hashtag blessed in the chat if you want people to connect with your channel. What I am doing here is I'm measuring from the end of this to where this is. Okay, so we're about 7 1/4. So I want to make sure that the center is kind of roughly, because that's going to be the center to some degree. This is called tilted teacup. Trying to get it a center. My mother's birthday is on, thank you. My mother's birthday is on the 3rd or the 23rd, and we always have afternoon tea, and I am making this for her. It's not quite in the center. 7, it should be about 3.5, so we need to bring it. I want that more in the center, so at the center is that bottom of the teacup. So, but I know this is not everybody's journey, but I'm very grateful to the people that are saying, "Okay, let's go on this with you." I've always wanted to paint, and that's not going to ever be my jam. That's about in the middle as I can get it, kind of right here. I know it's going to be off, but let's move this forward. But I think I'm good at it. Guys, if they're tilted teacups, so they're not going to be perfect either. My daughter's loving it. Actually, we were in church on Sunday and we were picking out fabric together. It's crazy. It's like, you told me, and it was so funny when we went to Home Depot. It was like everybody was looking at us going, "What the heck are you doing?" Okay, I'm going to make sure that this bottom is down here because I'm going to make sure, well, no, I can make it work. It'll be very thin, but we're going to make it work. Because that part on the edge, that's going to be a very thin one. So we're going to actually do this so that this, I want the end to be very close to the bottom. Because otherwise you're going to have you'll see the end because we can do this side, but I want that kind of resting on the bottom a little bit because otherwise you're going to be very thin. So when I do the pattern, I'll have to think of that. I think the hardest thing is getting this centered. Looks pretty centered to me right now. Of course, it's tilted, but And sometimes what I'll do is I'll lift this up and I'll put tape on it, see where it is. I can always reposition it, but of course I just messed that up. I am not with it tonight, y'all. I tell you, I'm not. I'm not. Mondays are hard for me because it's just, I wasn't kind of expecting to make the, we did a couple errands today. Usually on Mondays, I'm toast. I'm not doing much on Mondays. Hold on a second. I got to figure this out because if I do that, you're not going to see. All right, we're going to go back to my original plan. Because it's not going to work. But we're going to show you how to do it, I guess. But sometimes I'll take this and I will put this here. That's going to be a very thin line, but we'll make it work. Put your tape on, and then you can set it up like this. This is sometimes what I do, is I'll set it up, and if I need to kind of see, okay, is it pretty even? Do I like where it's sitting? I think it looks about as even as I'm going to get it. Doesn't have to be perfect because it's tilted. Now I'm going to show you what, and I will make that correction when we do the pattern, but if you would stop moving, I would greatly appreciate you tremendously. I guess it doesn't want to work like me tonight. And again, I really kind of say, like I say to everybody, don't make these things perfect. What do y'all think? Look at, from seeing this one saying, pick it up. And Josh is always better at this than I am. But I think that looks pretty good. Happy where it's certain. Okay. But, you know, don't make them look perfect because they're not going to be perfect. And then you've taken the human element away of them. Get them as perfect as you want. And it's going to Mama. That's all. It's her birthday present. She's, I mean, it was funny. We had several people, I will say, in the parking lot saying, "Can we help you?" Just like, I always leave my tape out. Now, one thing that I'm going to say is this. I know. Do I like that? Sit it up like this. Put it literally like sitting up, because that's how you're going to see it. And then you're going to see whether or not you need to change it. But that teacup is tilted anyway. It's not sitting straight. So I like it. You can always sit it up like that. All right, I'm going to show you, and I need to make then that correction because this has got to come in line with this. So this is why when you're testing a pattern out, you got to make sure you're going to do it. We're going to show you. Hey, Sandy. We're doing this for Mama's birthday on Thursday. And I had to take a break. I did do some outlining on the goose, but I had to take a break from outlining on the goose. I did a little bit. I did the hat. I outlined the whole hat tonight. And I outlined, which the hat looks so good outlined. It looks so cool. And I did this part, which was hard to see anyway. So, but I did the outline of the goose's hat. I really like the outline of the hat. I think it makes it stick out. I really like the look of it. I just kind of have to. And if you're outlining and you need to make a correction. It's possible to do. There you go. Well, it needs to go down a little bit more. It's just resting on the sun too much. But I may not be able to get it down now. They did glue it. So it would hold. Remember, guys, we're not doing perfect. Tell that to me. You need to get down there more. I'm just trying to get it down because it's just a little bit too high. And it's sitting there. That's better. Now it's sitting a little bit more close. See, just a little bit. It just needed a little bit of, but can you see? I outlined the sun or outlined the hat. I still have to work on here. I outlined this. I have to do this still, and I did the rest of the sky. Then we have to finish the rest of this. But I needed a break from outlining, and I have to outline Christina. So we're moving on. I'll come back to it. We're moving on. I'd have been cutting this already, but we went and got more foam board tonight. So, but I will show you that trick of how to kind of fix that. You come to that issue. So this is called tilted teacup. That's what I'm going to call it. And Wednesday, I will go ahead and probably put it up. Christina's going to join me to show off her project. And so she's supposed to come on Wednesday. She couldn't come on tonight. I wasn't too sure. That's kind of why I was like, well, if we're doing that, then I'm probably not going to do this. So I was kind of waiting for her to tell me what she wanted to do. It shouldn't take me that long to cut this out. I've gotten a lot better at cutting things out and these lines for this pattern are thick. Like I said, on the 28th, I will be at 12 o'clock Central. Eastern is 1 o'clock. I will be on Christie's Yarny Chicken channel. And I have the cutest little kitten to work on while I'm talking to her. So we don't finish it all on her channel. And I don't know if I'll be able to have my camera tilted downward for people to see. I may, but if not, it'll be fine. We'll finish it on here, but it's really cute. It's a chicken or a cat holding a yarn ball. It's really stinking cute. I can work on that pattern without having an allergic reaction because it's dander free, right? Yeah, I'm just like I needed a break from outlining. Sat here about 6:30 and started outlining. I was on with Tuber Chat and I thought I need to take a break from it. I could have continued working on it, but I needed a break. Plus, I wanted to start this because I really wanted to get this done by Thursday. I don't know if I'll get it done by Thursday, but I wanted to do it. Tomorrow is Josh and mine's 19th wedding anniversary. So we'll be going down to the Amish country and seeing if we can put some of our soap caddies. So I have to get off here and get some soap caddies ready, and I have to wash some soap caddies and put them up to dry. So anyway, we're going down there tomorrow. We have to stop by the Christmas shop for two reasons. I need I need to show them off the soap caddies, the Christmas soap caddies, see if that's something their store would be interested in. And I have to get an ornament for someone. So might as well do it while I'm all down there, right? So when you do the pattern, you have to kind of start with the center, because if you start cutting off this, which you can, because you can always tape other places when you cut it off. But just be aware, when you start cutting where the tape is, then you've lost the ability to necessarily hold on to the pattern easily. Okay, I'm going to go here. And if I do, I always just have tape, and then that way I can tape if I need to. If stuff goes off, I just tape it and I peel the tape off. So it's not a big deal. It's just these flowers aren't so tiny. The ones of the flag, right? I'm sorry, I'm concentrating. I'm concentrating. Come on, get down there. Sometimes, I mean, you can take your knife, and sometimes you have to sit there and just kind of go up and down. I found that out. It's like, well, where the paper kind of wants to jam up, just take it and cut your knife, you know, go into your knife and go like this up and down motion, even though it'd be better if I could do it straight. And I've looked at some other people's cutting, and it's not perfect, guys. It's on a machine. You're hand cutting it, let it look like it's hand cut. And I didn't, that's why I didn't put a thumbnail that kind of said tilted teacups tonight, because I wasn't sure if Christina was going to come on with us until later. Until I found out later. But sometimes you literally have to take it and, kind of do an up and down motion, because, like, it's like the circle is not going to be perfect, and that's okay. It's a little tilted of a teacup. It's not supposed to be perfect. I just, I thought today, I understand that everybody's probably thinking, oh, she's doing another project. This isn't my thing, but I just really I hope that people will realize that, you know, doesn't have to be that way, you know. And I think that's with any YouTube channel. I think especially the ones that go live. You know, I'm into homesteading channels and woodworking channels and other channels that are doing things, and I'm like, I really will never pick up a wood tool and probably do a wood project. That's why Josh is cutting the paint sticks and doing all that, because it's not my jam. It's his. I mean, you know, I'm just not one that I'm like, I have no desire how to learn how to make a table. But I like the people that are in the woodworking, and I make connections and I make friends. And so I think sometimes we think, well, we have to, you know, we have to be someone that maybe wants to have, you know, wants to be able to learn how to make a table. No, you don't. There's some wonderful people in some of the chats I'm in. And I'm like, you know, like, and there's people that I watch that are go on cruises, and I'm like, well, I'd love to go on a cruise, but I may never be able to do a cruise for various reasons. But they're still friends of mine and still people that I enjoy hanging out with. So I think sometimes we get in this perception that, okay, well, we have to kind of hang out with, you know, people that are in that sector that we're in, but it's not the truth. I mean, I love what going into quilting channels, even though I probably will never make a quilt, but I love watching it. So, you know, it doesn't matter. We don't, you know, and I think too that goes for people that are live streaming too. I think that it's like I will go on anybody's channel and talk about crochet or talk about Kinusaiga and show people how to do it. And maybe it's somebody that's doing a totally different art form than I am. We can do two different art forms on one live stream. Doesn't have to be the same one. And I think sometimes we miss the boat on it. I really do, because it's not about the art project, it's about the connection. But sometimes you have to take your knife and move up and down. Sometimes you can do a line, it all depends. And then I'm going to stop there because I know if I go further, I'm going to get rid of the paper underneath for the rest of it. And sometimes if I need to, I can get that's why when you're cutting, have your pattern at hand so you can see where, oh, do I need to cut that? Did I miss that? Did that piece of paper fall off? But it's like, you know, and like I said, I normally cut this out, but I wasn't too sure tonight. We had to pay a bill. I have a Kroger's card. But to pay the Kroger's card, let me tell you something. I called and complained. I doubt it's going to do anything, but I called up. I said, if I need to go pay my Kohl's card, I just go there sometimes and I pay it. I called them up and I was not happy. I said to them, I said, why are you charging your customers that are your customers for Kroger's? Why are you charging them a service fee for taking care of their card? $3.40. I just about had a fit. I did it because I didn't have a choice, but I was not a happy customer. And I told him about it. I spent like a half an hour on the phone filing the complaint. But I was like, it probably won't do anything. I said, probably it won't, but I'll certainly feel better after I get done telling them that it shouldn't cost me $3.40 to pay my Kroger's bill. I don't know if I did that already. Well, we're going to find out, right? Because I can't see the page underneath it. We did. It's not a big deal. If I don't need to use that section, I won't. It was funny because I was like to the lady, I'm really sorry, but I just think it's wrong that you're charging your customers money to pay a bill. We spend enough money in Kroger's. I mean, I said to her, I'm like, I can understand you charging to pay the light bill. People come in there and pay in cash and they pay their light bill. I can totally understand that. I cannot understand if they're coming in to pay their Kroger's credit card why you are charging them $3.40, which was more money than paying the light bill. Light bill costs like $2 to pay there if you have to pay it at the desk, or the gas bill. I said, I do not understand it. I'm sorry. That makes sense to my head. I was like, it probably won't do anything. I said, I don't care. I think I did double cut that line. Oh well, I won't do that part then. I won't. So I just was like, well, it probably won't do anything, but it'll make me feel a heck of a lot better. I thought it was absolutely absurd. I about dropped my mouth. And the manager at the when I went to see the manager, because I needed to take my medicine and we were out, I thought I better eat something. I'm going to be really hurting. And sometimes I have to have something to eat when I take my medicine. So I just picked up something real quick. I know it wasn't Pringle, or no, it was Pringles. It was sour cream and onion Pringles because it was inexpensive and it was handy and I could sit there and eat it real quick. But I stopped and talked to the manager and I'm like, he's like, yeah, he said, I 100% agree. He said, it's their policy, but he said, I 100% agree with you that it shouldn't be a charge on yours. It's like, it was ridiculous. Sorry. But anyway, I called. Whether it's going to do anything, I don't know. Probably won't change anything. But now, if this isn't straight down the center, when you're doing something like this and your line may not line up with your thing, don't pay attention to that line. Have your corners be corners. Take your corner and just navigate the line over. It's not a problem. Fix that. Now, if I need to, I will tape further up here. So I don't know if I'm going to go live tomorrow or not. We'll see. I may from the Amish country. I don't think we may get a reception down there. Sometimes, well, I don't think we've gone down there with our new phone service, so I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. Yes, I know there's no sound. Can you hear me now? Yeah, shoot. There was a reason there's no sound. Christina was on the phone. And I was ordered to that I did not give her enough Kinusaiga projects. She's almost done and she wants more. So like I'm gonna take this and go directly from here. I'm not gonna follow that because it's not on the edge. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? It's because she was calling and she told me, I'm out of Kinusaiga projects, Mom, and I need more. I sent her the picture of me. Y'all, I took a picture and I may post it of me underneath the foam board at the in the car with eight with 8 things of things. Can you hear me now? Let me see. Let me see. Can you all hear me or no? Yes. Yeah, okay. She was calling and so she has told and instructed me that I may have to come up there with more additional Kinusaiga projects to do because she's almost done with what I gave her on Sunday. Oh my lord. I've created a monster. Oh, what are you doing to me? There's not on me on the one side. I don't know why it does that. Oh, see if it comes back in a minute. Because it lost me. I don't know why it does that. Let's see if it comes back. If not, I'll see what I can do. Let me see. Because every time I've done it before, it sends a really bad, like it makes it echo like really bad. So I'm gonna leave that. We'll just do this for a while. I'll try it again in a few minutes and see. But every time I've done it, it's done oh, see what happens. We'll try it again. Okay, well, it worked this time. Sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes it like makes that noise that it just made and it won't stop, and that doesn't work. So anyway, I'm gonna tell you all this. You know, this has not only really this has really made an impact on me, but it's made an impact on Christina. And she says right now in her life with certain things that are she's just going through and dealing with, this has become so relaxing. Everything's good with little one and all that kind of stuff. But her life has changed a lot. And she said this has become really soothing and comforting to her and really, really helpful for her to do. And I'm so glad that in her life right now where she's just kind of a little overwhelmed and things are changing and everything has happened and so forth, that she has something that she can kind of go to and kind of just do and kind of do what I'm kind of doing and just kind of just allowing the world to kind of you know she says she just gets so focused on it that she just finds it's just so calming. It's just a way of kind of resetting herself. And I said, I mean, I said to her in the car or the parking lot of the church on Sunday, I said, did you ever think we would connect it over fabric? She goes, nope. But, you know, she is I can't show you her project yet. I think I did, but those that saw it got a sneak peek. But she wants to show it to you possibly on Sunday or possibly on Wednesday. Oh, we'll see. But now I got to find another project for her to cut. But it's not just that. It's just, I don't know. I try to explain this to people, and I really don't know how to explain it to people of what it's done for me. I don't know how to sit here and explain it other than it's just become something that's just so relaxing, and my mind is just, I see something, oh, I can make a Kinusaiga project out of that. It's like, you know, I still have to do the project for the woman that gave us all that wonderful fabric. It's another one I gotta do. Hold it. Oops. No, that'll work. Nobody will be the wiser. Don't tell anybody. Come on. Told you to get going. I actually have a teacup. It's a teapot I have to do too at one point. But Joshua, Ryan.
I didn't mean to. It's me. With all the stuff they on me.
Mhm. That I can fix. It kind of went wonky unexpectedly, but we can fix that. Not a problem. We can do a facelift on it, and if it work itself out, we'll get it to just kind of it could be the not there. Oh no, it's the I will fix it a little bit. I kind of did that one. Kind of did a dip I wasn't expecting.
Yeah, right.
Well, you did a dip in the parking lot with the knife and everything.
I did a dip.
Well, you did with the knife at one point when we were out in the parking lot.
Well, when I took the whole knife through the board.
Yeah, but you did another one because you laid the knife there and it kind of took a little bit more than expected.
Of course, I wasn't expecting to have to turn it up to 100.
All right, I'm going to do it from here. We're going to do this first. So we're going to take this from there to the corner. So if you get a pattern that the corners are not lining up where you want them, just adjust it. It'll be fine. It's not a big deal because I want the corners to look nice. Be easier to do if the corners are matching with the corners. And this is where you may have to put a little extra tape on if you feel it's moving. You can take a little tape and I just put it like there, and then it'll help position that while I'm trying to cut this. And when you know you're going to lose a piece like I am there, you just.
Man,
I'm not talking to you, I'm talking to them.
why are you mumbling to them?
Joshua,
Mary.
y'all want a husband for about 24 hours?
Never. They'd probably kill me.
No.
I'm feeling frosty today.
I can tell.
I'm allowed. Where did your piece go to? Hey, have it. I'm gonna put it up close right on the thing. No.
Telling you though, he's the person to deal with the measurements. We're in the Home Depot parking lot with a straight edge, trying to cut foam. It was hysterical. I'm sure everybody thought we were nuts.
Yelling and screaming at me, yeah.
I was not yelling and screaming. I was frustrated.
Yeah. Frustrated, I know.
I do not yell and scream.
What are you staring at, dog? Huh? What are you staring at? You curled up over there. Don't even go there with me. Oh, there it is.
Does it show we've been married for almost 19 years?
Almost.
Well, it's not quite.
Go ahead and just say 19 years.
That's officially tomorrow, not today.
Yeah, and if you remember the entire week leading up to tomorrow.
Yes.
I was scared to death trying to run away.
I'm glad you didn't.
I'm not super glad I didn't. Well, I'm still scared to death.
Oh, so was I. I had been married before and I didn't know.
I had.
We're not going to go into your previous one.
Interesting path.
We had both marriages that did not do well. And so we were not.
Both had interesting paths.
Yes, we both had people that we shouldn't have married to. They should have married each other, maybe, but we should have. But then if I hadn't married him, Christina wouldn't be here and some other little person wouldn't be here. So,
Yep.
all planned and purpose for a reason. Oops.
Oh, yes.
So he's trying to figure out the paint sticks. I'm sure he's driving them nuts.
Well, I figured it out.
Well, see, that's the person that needed to figure it out because it wasn't me. But yet he couldn't stand to cut this. He would go crazy. All this little stuff. He would not be happy with it. Guys, we're almost done. This is why I do this now before I come live because it's very time consuming. But I wasn't up to it tonight.
See? 1, 2, 3. This piece can be cut down to something.
He's
small.
proving to me that there's
that one and the other one. Then there was 3 other 8x8s.
I'm just going with the ones that I have sitting here. I have counted 11.
You have counted 11 because we did a chop suey on the other board.
Chop suey.
The only way to describe it. Chop suey.
Oh, God help me.
That's loud.
Well, then don't do it.
It's got some weird pockets in it.
I'm just telling you what.
Oh, I look at it. It's got weird pockets in it. See?
By the way, your daughter says I didn't give her enough Kinusaiga projects. She wants more. We're in trouble.
I'll cut the board up to whatever size that she wants. And then you can figure out the project for her. But she has to go by the fabric.
We're in trouble. We created a monster.
No, you created the monster. I tried teaching about other stuff that would get her through life.
Right,
how to work on things.
right now, this is helping her. So
why I have Power Rangers stuck in my head right
I
now,
don't
I have
know.
no idea.
Mocha wants to know where all the excitement is.
We're a good girl sometimes.
What is that?
I said sometimes.
Yes, sometimes.
Now don't get that thingamajiggy wet. We'll all be in trouble. What are you eating, weirdo? So I have 2, possibly 3 there. Either at this size or
It's not.
here.
Just tedious. And guys, this is what I want people to understand about cutting a board. The only way that this is ever going to look perfect is if you have a machine that is equipped to cutting out this. Which my
kind of money.
Which my husband has, I'm sure, researched and found, and it's found it to be very
the same kind of machine that they use for
it's not cheap, let's just put it that way.
they use the machine for cutting out cardboard boxes.
So that's the only way to do something, you know, to put a pattern into a machine and have it cut. You are not a machine. So don't sit there and say the lines have to be exactly perfect and they have to be. They're not going to be. I don't care how much you try. Now, the one thing about this pattern is it's called the tilted teacups, right? So if it's tilted, it's a little bit off, right? It's not that hard. It's time consuming. It's not that hard. You just have to do it when you're doing it so that you're realizing what piece you're going to lose. And, you know, I think when I do this pattern for everybody else, I'm going to give them a wider thing between here and here. But that's what I will do when I design it. A wider
between the edge of the
top and the bottom, the top and the bottom, because I can see a problem with that already. But that's why you test the patterns out so you can see.
That's why I was trying to ask you about doing the board the way I had it doing.
I know, but that was just irritating. So I will figure it out. I will add it when all I have to do is just put it on something and add the lines coming down a little bit. And it'll be fine. It's not a problem. So make a note to self. Add lines.
Good girl.
Top.
Bottom.
That way I can add a little bit of lineage down both sides and then we'll solve that problem. But it's nothing that I can't do. Okay, we gotta fix this area here. So there we go. But please do not try to make this perfect. You're gonna fail. It's just, it can't be. Ouch. Don't stab yourself with the knife or the cutting utensil like I just did. It just hurt. I didn't hurt myself. I just hurt. But it's not hard. It's just like you just got to sit and pay attention to what you cut and make sure that you're not cutting, you know, like if I cut this first, then I'd have lost all that other and I don't need to lose that. And before I'm going to cut this section, I'm going to get in here and cut it because it's going to go right away with that. So you have to pay attention to what paper you're going to lose. That's why you have your pattern with you, so you can pay attention to it.
Sorry,
And I think like most of the Kinusaiga stuff, it just takes practice. It's like it just takes practice to sit there and get it cut. Like I'm gonna go down. I'm just lifting up your thing and make sure I cut that. So now I'm gonna go down here. I'm gonna go down like here. But then and this side. Well, no, I can stop. Wait, now hold it. Because we want to just make a straight line going down here first. There we go. He's cutting the paint stick shell. That's what you're hearing.
trying.
We can have it done for the goose. Does make it a lot easier with this thing than I would say. You can use an X-Acto knife, but this is a lot easier to cut with than what I had to cut the first night we did this. Please don't just sit there and go, oh my goodness gracious. It's not perfect. Well, it's not supposed to be perfect. I just I can't express that enough.
Swing.
I know I married him. And I don't regret it for a moment. His crazy wife who sits there and says, oh, let's go get insulated board and cut fabric into it. Now his daughter's like, I need more projects. And yet he's just willing to go and do this wild, crazy journey with me.
Hey, enough of that. Enough. Don't give me that mugging look. You don't need to clean your paws off. Floor's not that dirty. I said no.
She'll start getting, we don't correct her, she'll start getting hair and then choking.
Just what?
No, I'm just telling everybody you're correcting her because if not, then she gets hair and
Just with the licking.
yeah, she'll do that just because she's bored or because she's whatever. She's anxious and so she'll sit there and she'll keep doing it until you hear her coughing because she's gotten hair. Finally. There we go.
I did not take. Excuse me. Eat it. But you're being a good girl by not barking.
Gotta break up my juice.
I already ate mine.
You didn't wait for it to unthaw, did you?
I waited and I waited and I waited. It was not melting.
He doesn't wait. So I have
a little green pebble on the bottom of it.
Yeah.
But that's all it melted. It was like hours into it and it still hadn't melted down. I'm getting aggravated.
Oh boy.
But look at it this way. At least I'm not eating junk food.
Yep. Say that.
I'm eating
Right,
frozen.
I'm not going to be on here for very much longer because I still have to get some catty stuff ready. And I have to get soap caddy stuff ready, and I have to push through the washer. So we'll probably be on until about 10 o'clock. I say that when I look feeling out. So maybe drop all the stuff. Keep it up, Lester.
Something rolled behind. Don't know what.
Oh, come on.
But I don't want to.
I'm giving away a husband.
I told you I'm in rare form.
This is the Mary and Josh comedy show. Anybody coming along?
No, this is where Mary gets rid of Josh comedy, though.
Here. Now, I was thinking I wanted to do I've saved this material for a reason. I want to use this material in one of the teacups. I don't know which one, but I want to use it in one of the teacups.
You're not allowed.
So we have to decide.
That's you, honey.
I love you too.
Excuse me.
I said I love you too. I think that this would be pretty with this. It has a little bit of pattern, but it's not too much to be able to kind of go with the teacups. Really, oh, that's nice. That's but definitely these two. We're gonna use a little bit of that from the months. So this. Okay, so got this. We got this one. I think that this one will look really pretty in the middle with this. So if we do this one where we're alternating, we're doing this kind of up here, then doing the solid one here. Or we do kind of this for here, and then we do color solid, color solid, color solid, and then alternate this too. And then here we'll make a gold handle. I like that. So this is going to be the middle one. I think this would look great for this outside part and the flowers to be something different because that goes really well. Then since this will be like a middle one, we have to think about what we're going to do the outside. I kind of like this. I think it would make a really sweet one for the hearts. We have to think of the outside of this.
Itchy.
I don't know if this would be this may be a really good one for like the outside because it would all go with this. Um, I have to think of this. This would look cute with the, well, let's see. If this was do the outside. It's got the green. Oh no, I wanted to do this too because of the plaid. So why don't we not do this? No, you know what? I don't know if that would look good or not. I mean, it's going to be too busy, I think. If we did that with that, we need a solid color for this. Or we need a solid color for this inside. So let's put that one back. I want to do this for the teacup. So we'll use this for the heart. We'll use this for the hearts. So I think this will look really cute for the hearts. And then we find, and we could use this. See if that's the right color. No, it's not. Well, it's not bad. I don't know if that would look good or not. Okay, look like that with that. Let's go to our stash of sections. Give me just a second because I'm looking. You know, to some degree, when you're going to do one like this, I would absolutely tell you to look out your stuff. This all goes together, but you need to look out your stuff because otherwise you're going to be trying to put this together and trying to figure out the colors. And so to some degree you got to put it together a little bit. Let's see. Okay, let's go into our well, that girl's gonna eat me out of house, home, and fabric, I think. Okay. So I think I like that a lot with that because you would have the green. So if we do this on the outside, we possibly fill that with the, or no, we see what. I don't want to use white because it's just not going to look right. I like this with that, but I'm figuring to go to the outside. I don't think that'll look bad. Well, then, where are the flowers? Let's do this. Got it. Okay, so this we use for the flowers. So, like, she likes blue. It's a really pretty blue with that. Then, where is for the inside of the flowers? Do we have? Hold on a second. Inside of the flowers. It's too much. We can either do two things. We can do polka dots. I don't like that. Or we could do, where is it? This for the inside. I really like that. That would contrast really well with that. So for the inside of the flower, we'll do that. The outside of the flower, we'll do that. That's the outside of the teacup, which is what I really wanted. Because that'll go next to the green really well. And then I need to find a green for the outside of this. Or yeah, we got to do, no, we can't have green. It won't look right. Because we're going to be doing green with, nope, like that together. We're doing green with, let me look at this. If we do the outside of the, because those are the hearts. I'm going to do the hearts with that, and then that's going to be next to that. And if this is next to this, it's going to be really dark. So we've decided on this, I think. This, and that. That's that one teapot. See, if you do that next to that, that's going to be like so dark. I'm not going to like it. You know what? I kind of think I may like this a little bit better. I had this stuff all organized. It has gotten so unorganized. It's not even funny. This and this with this. I think, I don't know. I don't like the yellow. I think there's too much yellow in this for this. I kind of like that. It's just the inside of the flower because it's pulling out the brown, it's pulling out the blue and the green. Then this. So that's absolutely what we'll do. We're going to do this one. That pulls out everything. So, and then, so that's that one. I'm going to take my white out because I have a funny feeling we're going to need to do a section of white. Find the white. Here's the white. Guess we need a needle. You're out. I just got to find something for. And question, do we like
Insert.
this, let me see. Do I like that? Ooh, I think I like that even better. I think that just lightens that up a lot. Y'all have to play with the fabric. I like this. It just lightens this whole thing up. So I like that better. This is what you have to do. You have to play with your fabric. And I give you full permission to do it.
No.
What do y'all think of this? For the outside of the teapot. And then that would be next to this really pretty green. I am doing a blue.
Well, see what happens when you lick too much. Goofball. It's over here choking now.
Do I like this better? Well, that serves you right. I think I kind of like this green versus this dark green because it makes it too dark. Yeah, I think I like this green better than this green. It's way too dark. And it just pulls down the whole thing. So that green will go with that. So, okay, so we're going to use this green for the outside of the thing. I really like that green. It's a really pretty green. You have to figure out something for that. Now, thinking that this green will go nicely
Here.
with that green. Well, actually, no, what we could do with this is then make this the green for the outside. If we lighten that up, that would look really pretty against the teapot, maybe. Or no, I guess not. I guess that against that for the heart.
I told you to lean with it.
Wait, hold it. I may have another suggestion, another thing in my stash of stuff. What is it now? Where are you? You're not there. You're not there. You're not there. Where did it go? Because I had it. Ay, 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 ay. Okay, what is it doing? Where are you? I'm gonna sit with my fabric again. A little comfy. Somebody that is on the Kinusaiga. Where did it go? But now I had it. I didn't lose it. It's in that tray because I kind of try to keep my stuff together. But where did it go? I know exactly where it is, but I don't know where it is. Oh, where are you? You missing fabric?
Up your nose.
Joshua?
Mary. Hey, at least I didn't say you have something else.
Let's just stop there. Help me, please. All right.
Okay, Mocha, I will stop.
All right, I got it now. Didn't know where.
I can't pet you with this thing in my hand. Silly.
Dog wants attention like you can't believe. So, I think that actually,
Up my nose. I didn't say get caught in it.
yeah. And I'm just afraid if I put this, even though it would look really good together, this, and this together, it would have to go this way. This on the outside, and then that. That's the way it'd have to go. That would be really pretty. Okay, I like that. Finally. I like that. Like that for the top teapot. It's a really pretty green. I like them. This for the outside of the teapot. This for the middle teapot. All right. And then this for the bottom teapot. I think those all go together really nicely. Like really nicely. I think it goes really well together. And I think I'm going to possibly change. Let's just see. I like this better. Oh, I like that even better than this color, even this. Because this way it will lighten this up a lot. This will look really pretty. This will lighten this up and bring some brightness to it. I think I'm happy with that. And then actually it'll pull on that light blue. There's light blue in here. I like that better. And then just the center of that will be of that. So, okay. So like I said, with like one like this pattern, I would absolutely say before you start, sit down with your fabric and kind of choose the direction you want to go. Because you're doing something that you kind of want it all coordinated. I would not want a pattern piece on top of a pattern piece and then go to a print, or solid. I want to make sure there's a pattern down here, a pattern up here, but there's some kind of neutral in the middle. So when you're doing a piece like this, you need to kind of plan it out so you know. What is it? You don't like that sound, huh? You don't like that sound? Is that what it is? Yeah, I don't like that sound, huh? No, you. Yeah. She's coming over.
It's really not the sound that's bothering her.
What is it?
She's wanting attention.
What is it? Huh? I know, but I can't necessarily give it the attention right now. Oh. Huh? You gonna come up? Up. I don't know if y'all can see her. Big baby. The big babies.
Stop the muscle, baby.
I know. Big babies, huh? Yes, you are a big baby. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You say hi, everybody. Yes, you say hi, everybody's. You say hi. See, I'm a superstars. I'm a superstars, aren't I? There's not enough room in this chair for you to climb up. You cannot climb up.
You ain't gonna try.
You can't climb up on me. No, you can't.
Mocha, come.
Go see Josh. Come on. Oh, God. I love you too, okay? I love you too. Yes, I do.
Done, Mocha.
He's almost done. I promise. She's almost done. Yes, you are. Go see Josh. Okay, go see Josh. Come on. Go see Josh. She is like the world's biggest baby, y'all. Literally, like the world's biggest baby. All right, let's start with the teapot. I think I want to do the bottom of this specific teapot. And I want a pattern on the bottom. I think I want to use this because this will go really well with this and it's not going to take away from that. So let's do the bottom with that on the bottom because that'll go really nice with this and this. Brown is going to be too harsh. And that's the fabric I got from that one craft store that fabric store that I love now. The one we'll be sourcing all our fabric from. Like I said, I'm not going to be on here terribly long tonight because I got to go take care of some cutties. But at least we kind of decided what we were going to do. And then we go forward. All right. I'll get some of this stuff started. We've chosen our fabric. We know what we're going to do. You all got a lesson again on how to cut everything out. But I've got to go get the soap caddies ready. And I've got several that need to be washed still. And then be packaged up tomorrow. There's not a lot of them, but there's just some. You're gonna sneeze. And it doesn't come out. So like I said, this is not I'm gonna be honest, this is not for everybody, and I really appreciate. Now here's an issue scene. Yes. You want to kill me? Clobber me? I appreciate it. You learned. Yes.
Here are 8 frame pieces.
Okay. Just put them up there.
Figure out how they go. I just stacked them together.
Just put them up there. I don't know.
They're right there.
It needs to be double layered.
You're asking somebody with no glasses on.
I think the answer is yes.
I think the white needs to be sheerer in color.
Well, that's all I have right now until I can get there and get some more sheer fabric. But it needs to have some white behind it. That's why we have our basting stuff.
Welcome, move. Always did love hearing my voice.
One of the first things I fell in love with was your voice.
Huh?
First thing I fell in love with was your voice.
I hate the sound of my own voice.
I think most people do, and unfortunately, people like us have to actually listen to it while we edit it. Talk about fun.
Set my light down to creepy and weird.
Doesn't it? Sounds wonderful. I love it.
You want to go see Kathy? Or do you want to be one with me, dog? Is that it? You want to be one with me? Really? Up. Up. Get up on the bed. Up. Right here. Sit.
Come on, get off of there.
Sit.
Get off. Not mocha.
Sit. Yeah. Down. Down.
This is where your tweezers will work out really nicely. You have because it'll affect it'll lay against it and then it'll act funny. Let's just spray a little bit more because I kind of peeled it off and then took too long. Just making sure I put it on the right side. She has so much people, dog. She's so much wants her people.
She's a people.
She's a people.
She's a people. Yes, her is. There's a people. There's a people with the.
And this is where this Cricut tool is nice when you're having to do it, because if you need to kind of smooth your thing out, you can take it and smooth it out.
Be nice. Nice.
She's trying to play now. I can't turn you all around
Nice.
because Josh doesn't have a shirt on, guys.
Be nice. Be nice. Be nice. She has the INNER.
I don't know. That's Mama's job.
I'm not asking the question out loud, so she knows the word. Really?
I needed the weight behind it. It was just a little bit too see-through for me.
Oh, it could have been fine.
No, it really didn't show up right. It looked almost like a no, yeah, pinky brown. It didn't.
Puke color.
And she had her DINNER. See, that's why. So now
That's why you're being all friendly with me.
she hasn't had her chicken dinner yet.
Don't say that word. See, this is why she's being all friendly with you.
She hasn't had dinner yet, guys.
Excuse me.
Okay, guys.
You know I don't like it when you do that.
Oh. She's like fully stretched out on the bed with Josh.
She's in sausage mode.
Yeah, it means she's fully. We will go outside when it's warm. She will just take her little body and just flatten herself right out on the grass.
Don't say that word out loud.
Oh, she'll do it, and she'll just sit there.
She knows what the words are. Some words she even knows when you spell them out.
She'll be like, she'll just flatten her entire body out and sit out there. It's like, okay. And you're like, you're just wanting her to go outside and use the restroom. And she was like, no, I have other days. I just want to lay out in the sun. She's just too funny. Anybody say staffies are boring, they have never owned one in their life. Y'all, they haven't.
This dog is a riot. Excuse me.
They are the most peopleest.
I think so.
They are the most peopleest dogs you could ever imagine. And I just can't, we love her, but I'm telling you, I wish that, I can't imagine what she'd have been like if she hadn't been abused. Would have been a totally different dog.
I wonder if she would have actually talked to us.
She's talked to us sometimes.
I mean, like Hunter used to.
Yep. She's hungry. She went flying off that bed. Like flying off that bed.
No way.
So anyway.
Yeah.
So tomorrow we'll head. I don't know if we can. We'll have to see if we can stream from the road. It would be nice. It just all depends, but
We could probably screen when we get closer to where we're going.
We're just going down there. I want to go to Saul's place because they said they do consignment stuff. See if they'll take some of our soap caddies. Excuse me, guys. And this is why it's nice too to have.
What time are we planning on going?
I don't know.
Because every time when we leave at like 12 o'clock, it takes us 2 hours to get there, and we only have like a couple hours there.
Oh.
Because everything closes at 5. So we got to leave earlier.
I know, but I also have to get the soap caddies. I still have some that need to be washed tonight. So I'm not going to be on here for very much longer. Just a little bit.
You know I can wake you up, so let me know.
Well, I know you can wake me up. That's what worries me. Guys, I ain't a morning person. He knows it too. He's all happy to go to the doctor, like at like
No.
he wants to go to the doctor. I'm like, no. My body doesn't work.
Doctor for me is anywhere from 11 to 1. I don't want any other doctor any other time except for 11 to 1.
Yeah, and I just don't do it well, and he knows it too.
11's better than what they tell me I have to do.
I know. I don't do well in the morning. That's partly because my body doesn't want to work in the morning. It hurts. He's seen me. You've seen me get up, and I hurt in the morning. Moving is not my friend in the morning.
Okay, so that was not too bad. Still getting a little anxious on that one, but.
Now I'm looking forward to the time where I can actually sit with Christina in person and we can work on these projects together.
Wait, go see. You know Robbie?
Yeah.
Hey, Dean.
Yeah.
I'll be holding my partner in arms. That's where I'll be.
Yeah, that's Grandpa's. I'm just like.
Oh,
No, I didn't think my heart was going to get any fuller as a person, but it has. And like
so
it has. It's gotten much fuller and fuller in a way I didn't think was possible, but it's happened. It takes a little bit more work when you're doing the double fabric, but it does make a difference because it's it's it was going to show through. It wasn't going to be as nice. So I was like, yep, it needed to be done. It's just more of a pain in the neck. But I just not liking it.
I got that song stuck in my head.
Well, that's not my fault.
At least it's better than nag on it.
I didn't do that one. You did that one.
Yeah, I did it again. I don't know why it's in there, but it is.
See. So part of the problem is that fabric is so much thicker, but it just was lending itself to. Just was not going to. Didn't look right. It looked pinkish to me, but maybe it was me. I'm gonna cut this off because I can't tell whether. No, that's not. It looks like it's like the edge of it, but it's not.
Yeah.
I would remove that before you're going to spray, because you may get some spray on your fabric and then forget it. So definitely remove it.
Ow!
Y'all like the comedy show tonight? Because he's giving it tonight. I'm telling you, he's giving it. He's driving me nuts. Just so you know. Been doing it for almost 19 years. So again, I would absolutely wait. Oh, it's got to go this way. You're gonna do it, okay? And then I would take some kind of tool like this, and this is great as long as you don't wrinkle it. For kind of getting it on there and smoothing it out, just so you make sure that you're really kind of getting it on there. And that would be what I would do.
Honey,
Yes.
were you expecting something from?
Yes.
Okay. Here you. Well, I'm glad I checked that puzzle part.
Okay. And then we're just going to do one little section with, at least we got this started tonight. I took a break from outlining of the goose. I'll get back to it, I promise. I know you all will not allow me to go very far without finishing the goose, but I just needed a break from outlining. It was, I was getting a little impatient with the outlining tonight. I did work on the outline, and I may work on the outlining off the camera a little bit, just because it's so tedious. But I think that I've showed you all how to outline, and we can do some outlining. But I think that's the thing I may have to do with like music blaring, getting myself in that position. It's kind of what I did a little bit. I was listening to Tuber Chat, but I think it's like, I'm like, this is where I need to just soak into music and let it just, let the music just go and me just zone out for it. It's kind of one of those things I may need to do. So, not saying I'm not going to do it with you all, but it just may be one of those things I have to kind of zone into when I'm kind of trying to get the outlining done, because it's just yes.
I'm sorry to interrupt your.
Yes.
But, PB and JJ, where would I be?
Outside, outside, outside. So started a new box.
What?
You've started a new box.
Already?
Yes, already.
Is it already open?
Nope, it's out there. And like I said, you've got to be kind of careful with these tools, but sometimes they really work, because sometimes the seam ripper, especially with like this double because that fabric I did the double with, it was a little bit on the thicker side. You have these tools are very helpful to kind of get in there, and if you've got to kind of do a little bit, you can get it better with those tools. They've got a little bit more pressure. Because the seam ripper's it's got stuff, but sometimes you need the other thing. Or to get it down there. Where I want to kind of get it so you don't see it. There we go. There we go. So sometimes they really work. And if I probably hadn't stuffed some, well, I'll have to dig it in a little bit here. Okay. And then this is why you have a pack of wipes, because your board is going to get sticky from that stuff. But it comes off really easily. Just have one of them wipes and just wipe it up afterwards. All right, let's do a flower. Oh no, I take that back, y'all. What did we say we're gonna do? The flowers are gonna be different now. The outside of it. So let's do here with just this. We'll do this side and this side, and then we'll call it quits for tonight. Right. Specifically, when I was picking this up, I had already had the teapot, the tilted teacups. I'm gonna say teapot, and I knew exactly what I wanted. I thought I know exactly what I want to do with that.
Just to let you know, I'm 111.
Okay.
Try going for it. Can't fight through the frozen stuff.
Let's do this side, kind of with a little bit of the brown.
I have to use it. You don't have.
All right, give me a minute, Josh. Just wanted the brown to be a little bit next to the other. I thought it would look cool. We're gonna take this and do our little trick where we go whoop. Gotta get all the fuzzies. I don't have to get all the fuzzies off. I have to get some of the fuzzies. This side. Gotta cut this. And cut this side. Cut this side. We're gonna cut it, but get it in to the section where it's supposed to go. This side done. Like I said, sometimes these tools help. I would just be very careful. But sometimes it's just the pressure of these that work when you in areas are just like, it's not going in. Because there's more weight to this than there is the seam ripper. So sometimes it works. So okay, I like that. It's brown near it. I'll get some color over on this side. Let's see. So with this pattern, don't be afraid to turn like different sides of it, because some sides may be something that you're like, I like that side a little better, or like, so don't be afraid to like turn your sides, you know. I kind of am liking this because it has a little bit of the blue, but it has the brown. So don't be afraid to kind of turn your thing and cut another section when you're dealing with a pattern like this. Like that. It's got a little color in it, but it's not overkill. And then after this, I'm going to get off here so I can stick the laundry in. And I got to go get Josh peanut butter and jelly sandwiches because he's crashing a little bit. I'd rather have it now than at 3 o'clock in the morning. So I'm going to move this just a little bit more. If I don't get a little bit of that on, that's okay. That's why I keep my cutting tool out. 'Cause if I don't think I've cut in deep enough, I just can take it very carefully. Because now you've got fabric in there and cut it. If I can tell now from pressure if I think I've not done it deep enough cut. It's nice to that because it's got the bring that's not just blue going against blue. Actually, kind of let me bring this down just a little bit if I can, just so that that's kind of next to that. See, it'll look like it's part of it. And I see it. It's where you kind of have to try to line it up. I may not get much of it, but it's going to go right into there. I didn't even see that earlier. Well, just a little bit. I may not get a lot of it, but just because it's not going to work. Okay. Just go with the flow. Should have kept it where I had it. But oh well. Learning experience. I thought I could get it over there, but I didn't. So it's fine. It is fine. It'll look good wherever I stick it. May have to put glue on there because it's just shredding a little bit. That's why we have the glue. Because sometimes we wind up needing it, which this piece is not going in here. It's not cooperating with me. It's just like someone else, my husband. We'll fix it. There we go. Yes, I talk to my pieces, y'all. It's the only way sometimes to have patience with them. Is that going to be a really bad? I may have to redo it again. So I may have cut it too small. Because it's just. And this piece is going to be so difficult. All right, I think what we're going to have to do is make a revision in the pattern for this piece to be cut. Because it's just a hard curve. The other one wasn't too bad. This one is just being a really hard curve, and I may actually have to redo it again. Okay, so we're going to take that out. It's not going in. So we're going to make a cut actually from here to here. It's just not, it's not coming in. It's not going in right. So where's my pattern? Let's make a from here to kind of here. Just needs a cut right there. Alrighty, let's go back to where we were because, well, maybe I can use some of this. I don't know if I can use some. Now that I've cut it, I may be able to use some of it. Let's try to use some of it, salvage some of it. Let's do it this way up. And then we'll grab another piece for the other because it's not. Yes. So we can salvage it for that, but we're not going to be able to use it for the whole thing because I've had to make a revision in the pattern, which is why we test patterns out. Actually, it's over here. The cut is this little. That's why you test them out so you know. That's where you can find your things that have to be changed. If we have to, we'll just get another piece. Not a big deal. I'm not going to sit and fight with it for the next hour either. But if I could salvage it, it'd be great. If I can't salvage it, then it is what it is. Part of the problem is part of the piece has come into the thing, so I'm just gonna get a whole new piece. Only the whole piece is just not working out. It's like my glasses. I'm over it. I'm over it. It's driving me nuts. Where did the end go? Try this again. We're gonna do this piece kind of next to it. We'll do this. So cut this section off. Right. Let's make sure that I've gotten this into this section where that needed to go. Then kind of go cut this way so that I can use this piece for the next section. Right. Now that we don't have a piece that's shredded and in 3,000 different pieces because I had to finagle it. Maybe this will go in here without a problem. It's going to go. It's just more time zooming. Yeah, it's time for you to stop and just go in like you're supposed to without fuss. I think we're at it now. I think we got it to some degree. It's just not going down where I want it. Like I said, sometimes these tools, when you have stuff, I would just be like I keep saying, just to remind people, if you're going to use them, it's fine. You just got to be very careful that you don't get them too deep. But sometimes the seam ripper, it's great, but sometimes it just doesn't have enough force to go where you need it. And if you're having trouble, like I'm having with this little piece, sometimes it's good to just have that extra little bit of, it just helps to have a little bit more to kind of get it where you need to stuff it down. There we go. So sometimes it's just the weight of those tools. You just kind of have to be careful because it'll go right through the foam board, and it will put pressure on, a little bit more pressure than you want on it. But sometimes if you're just trying with the seam ripper and you're just not getting anywhere, they're very handy to have. And I can't remember who I learned it from, but when you're having difficult corners, going up to the up on the corner really helps those corners to sometimes get in there. If you're having a difficulty going towards the point, it does help. And this will help too to kind of flatten it out a little bit. You just want to be very careful when you're pressing them because they'll be a little tough. Now, I may need a little glue eventually. I'm not going to do it right now because I may need it, tomorrow. It's not going to unravel itself. And of course, I won't be alive tomorrow, but You know, it may need just a little bit eventually, but I'm not going to do it until I think, because then when I got to put the flower piece in, if it's all hard with glue, it just may be a little hard for me to get it. So, and poke that up a little bit because that one kind of got a little smashed. Come on. I don't want to put the glue on it just yet. Well, I actually may change my mind in a minute. I think just for purposes, it doesn't harden it too much. I've got a couple places that I just want to stick a little bit of glue. And I want the finest point possible. Just on that little bit end right there. See it fraying. So let's just do a little bit of maintenance on it. I can move on to my next piece, and that's the end for tonight. Okay. We're just gonna take it. I don't even want that much glue. I just want the littlest bit of glue right there, just to make sure we're not gonna go anywhere. Okay. And then the other piece I want to do a little bit of glue on, just as a preventative piece, is right here. Just kind of, because it looks like it's coming up, and we'll just seal that all in. Even kind of right here. We had to kind of double layer it. Just like I said, this glue does wonderful, and I do not notice glue in places on solid, on light. On dark ones, yes. You have to be very careful how much you use, but if you get a little bit on the fabric, I don't notice it on that part. Just on the solids, on the really dark solid ones. So just putting a little bit of glue in a couple of the corners. I thought, I want to take a chance. And we'll be putting the flower down here, so I'm not worried about that. I'll leave that and just see if I can just raise it up before it dries just a little bit without it looking like. Problem is that the piece kind of sunk in. Part of the piece sunk in on there, and then that's part of the problem. But if I just clean it up just a little bit, it won't look so sunken in. So I'm trying to kind of raise it up without putting too much glue on it. Or having it see the fray. That one better, so we'll leave that. Sometimes too, you can take it and just kind of just press it down a little bit, and sometimes it'll work too. Of course, having the other part is leaving it and not reminding, like I remind y'all, don't be perfect. Now, the only thing I may do is we may do that little flower tonight, only because that's there, and then I can seal it all down and I'll have time to stay. So let's finish this part. I'm going to do that little flower with the blue, and then we're going to call it a night. See, when I do this way. Only because of the thing that I'm gonna get. I got soap caddies to finish, and I've got soap caddies to wash. My plans today changed. I wanted to go get the board, and we didn't know. So, and Josh needed to come with, and then we got home, and so plans changed. That's good. Let's get over here where it is. It's going to be too much fabric, so I'll cut some of it off. I don't know where I want to eat tomorrow. I just got done eating at Der Dutchman. I don't know if I want to eat Der Dutchman. So we'll see. I said I wasn't going to be on long tonight, and I ended up just one more piece and one more piece and one more piece. And before you know it, you're on going, oh, you just said one more piece and you were going to stop. One more piece lends to one more piece. And just, guys, if you start this, I'm not at fault. All I can say is it's addicting. It's extremely addicting. I'm just trying to get this piece down here so it doesn't look like it's in the. So I am going to do this last piece over here with the flower because we put glue right there. Now I'm not worried about this side, but I am kind of worried about the other side. So I think I'm getting better and better at this. At least I hope. Make me feel like I've kind of been foolish if I don't think I am. I'm not trying to boast myself either. I think I'm getting better and better. I hope I am. Trying. I'm sure giving a valiant effort, that's for sure. I think I'm also getting better figuring out the pattern versus the balance of pattern versus. Hi, Riches. Welcome on in. We are going to work on the goose because I know you all won't let me get to the goose, and I will put the eyes on the goose when we're live. I just needed a break from outlining the goose. This is, and I've got Christina's to outline. Tomorrow is Josh and mine's wedding anniversary, so we're going down to the Amish country. But I I outlined, I've outlined every place. I have to outline the goose. I have to outline this side. We outlined the sun. I still have to outline here and the goose itself. I outlined the hat. I'll make sure that we I put the eyes on with you all here. I promise you. But this one we're doing, we started it. I can't stay on much longer, but we're doing that for Mama. Well, thank you for stopping in and saying hi. We're not going to be much longer, because Josh and I, like I said, are having our anniversary tomorrow. We're celebrating 19 years, so we're going down to the Amish country for just have a little something down there, not major, and we'll trying to take the soap caddies down to see if I can get them into some stores down there. And we picked out the color pattern for this is the top, this is the bottom teacup. This color with this for the inside of the flower, and then this for the outside of the flower. This is for Mama's birthday on the 23rd. This is the middle part of the teacup with this as accent. And then this is going for the top teacup. These are going to be hearts, and then this is going to be the outside of the teacup, outside around. So that's going to be the whole pattern of the teacup. I'm just going to do this flower because this thing was a little ornery. And you missed the comedy show tonight between Josh and I. And I don't take a chance because I had to put a little glue on it that I walk away from it and then I can't get what I need into this little slot. So I thought, well, and we went to and picked up, here's what I need to do is test. I don't think that's right. The center will, but not the outside. We went to pick up foam board today, actually two. Oh, and by the way, my daughter called me and said, Mom, you need to give me more Kinusaiga projects. I need at least 2 to 3 a week. She goes, you didn't give me enough. I've created a monster. She's like, I didn't get enough. I'm almost done with this one. You need to give me more. I mean, y'all didn't see. You saw the picture. You all saw the picture. Oops. You saw me standing at the hardware store. I got 2 boards of these at the hardware store, 4 inches by 8. We have 8 panels of these. They were $28 for a full size panel. Should have seen how we had to come home. I had to be like this. It was a riot. What we had to do to get home with them. Oh boy. We're outside in the parking lot trying to cut the thing with the electric knife. It was a riot. Mom has them over her head. It was a riot. Yeah, it was just too funny. Christina calls it, Mom, you didn't give me enough projects. I need more. I'm like, okay. So now I got to figure out hers. Or Kinusaiga projects. And I've got hers. I think she may come on Wednesday. I don't know. Because she wants to show off her project. Her project is going to need outlining. Not every project is going to need outlining. Her project needs outlining. But it's really good for the first one. Plus, I did, Josh cut the sticks for the project. He put him right in front of my face. So anyway, I didn't want to leave this one because we had put glue around it and it was going to be really hard to stick in there if I had waited. So I thought, let's just get this piece on here and then I gotta go. But we can look at this for a second because I didn't really look at. These are nice to have. You just got to be careful with them. Like I tell everybody, be careful with them because they're great if you need a little bit more pressure for something for a moment. And to stick the glue in there, and they're really handy for that. But if something's being a little bit fickle, that works. I kind of alternate between the two sometimes. The white one I use a lot, the white color. I use the other colors, but the white I use a lot. I thought I got to do one for Mama for her birthday, and we have tea every afternoon. So I had to absolutely had to do the tea. The teacups had to happen. So like I said, I probably on my own will do a couple of the, like I may do teacups and do a different pattern for them, or not pattern, but different design of them. This one's going to Mama, but there's some that I do want to do. Like I may do the flag again. I don't think I'll add the flowers to the flag, but I'll do the flag so that the flag I could sell the flag. I won't ever get rid of that flag. That really means that flag one means a lot to me because it was like oh, I can do this. I'm good at this. I can do this. It was my really encouraging piece. So I can't get rid of that one. Why does it look? I don't like the way it looks. I know, Mary. Don't try to be perfect. It's not going to happen. But still, I try. My mother will just be thankful for it, right? Okay, I just got to get to this side because this right, it's annoying me. It just looks folded and I don't like it. There we go. That's where sometimes you got to use your water trick. You're having a little bit of an issue. If something's a little just not working itself out, it's not, use your water. And I just got a little wrinkled here and I want to smooth it out. There we go. See, now it's not so wrinkled. So the water trick for the glue and the other really works sometimes when you kind of need to just straighten something out. You don't need much, just need a little bit. And I use the purple one for that if you all have these tools. When I got to put water on something, that's what I tend to use. There we go. It needed a facelift for a minute. There we go. Perfect. No, it's not perfect because hands made it, right, y'all? There we go. Lift it up too and look at it. Makes a difference. I just spilled the water all over. Oh well. Ay, 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 ay. There's something I was going to do and now I don't remember what it was. I'm just putting a little glue in the little corner of the hat. I'm loving the way it's going to turn out so far. I like all of our patterns. It's work in progress. I heard something kind of where I want to just take a precautionary glue technique or measure right there because I just kind of heard it a little bit. And I really don't want the glue coming up or the thing coming up. So I just want to hit it with the glue. Now, that being said, for a moment, then I'm going to get off here once I clean up my glue so it's not all over. I'm loving the way it's going to come out. Just a second. Josh got these ready. So this is, I don't know if you all can see, he mitered the end of it, right? Yep. I thought it was fitting too. So, and he's put it towards the wrong end. Y'all, how do you tell your husband he's put it towards the wrong end? How do you tell him he's put it towards? Do you not? Oh, okay. Well, no. Okay, we'll see what I can do. No, that's not going to work there. Is it going to work? See, he did it, but that's not going to work. You'll have to redo that one. And these hardboard ones are taller than the others. But it'll be fine. Kind of, sort of, but not. You work so hard on these things. I don't want to. Okay, well, it's kind of together and kind of not. We can kind of make it work because that's that, but that's not going to work with that. Yes, still learning. Absolutely. That's why I got more paint sticks today. There's just no way that that's going to come together with that. And he did the wrong side on here. Like I said, I hate to tell him that he did wrong. He worked so hard on it. So that works together with that. And I'll just take the numbers on the bottom. And if we had to, we can cover it with brown paint. Like I could get brown paint and just cover it with thick and then cover it over with that if I had to. Would defeat the purpose, but I could. Okay, so that's gonna work kind of. he works. Yeah, I'm not going to. He worked hard on them. I'm not planning on it. But still, it may not totally. Because, see, look, well, he's going to have to know about this, so I'll tell him later. Because there's a huge gap. Like, well, not, well, I guess not. When we get them to come together, there won't be, I don't think. I mean, when I press them together, there's kind of not, kind of so. It'll just be. We may have to do that technique with a cord and then like remove it later. I don't know, but still, it's not going to work. It's not. I'll have to. I'll have to, because there's, of course, if I had 3,000 hands, it would help, right? Because this is going to come here. This is not. There's no way for this to come down. Can you see the huge gap? I love them, but we'll learn. We got extra paint sticks. That's why. This gap and this gap are huge. And so we'll have to sit with it and do it again. Because this gap and that gap is like really bad. And there's no way to that's a huge gap. I can't close that gap. Yes, the corners look nice though, but the rest of it's okay. But that one, that'll work. We'll have to just sit with it. I'll have to sit with them. Because it's just not gonna, I mean, that will, but it's not gonna come. It's not gonna work on that side. It works there. Works all the way around. It's just the one that's not gonna work. But we'll get the ones that don't, and then we'll figure out the ones that do. It'll kind of work over there, kind of not. I mean, this will kind of work here. So those will work together there. It'll kind of work there if we can get it squeezed enough together. That bottom one's not going to work. Unless I try a couple pieces and see which ones. That's just not gonna. It's just one off. That's just, we'll have to fix. But that won't be hard. But the corners make it look really nice. We'll just have to work on it. That's all. There's just one he'll have to redo because there's a huge gap. And I'm not criticizing him. There's just big enough of a gap that's not gonna work. But in essence, what you want to see done is for all the corners to come together, which she did a great job on. Right? And now you have corners that are all together. And that's what it's supposed to be like. It's just that one corner is going to need to be fixed. Because there's no way it's going to make it. But I love using the wood sticks. It's just us getting them to the point of figuring it out. That's okay. We'll figure it out. But I love the corners. And here's the thing about the the if you could do the tape, or not the tape, the what is that thing called that we use, the twine. You could do the twine, but you could also do the twine and tie it enough, tape it down so that it would hold the thing while it dried too. But we'll just have to work on that. Yep. We'll just save it. I'm not throwing them out. The thing is too is that understand, and we got some today. Okay. Pack of 12 paint sticks cost $1.78. We got 24, which would give you 6 projects. They have the gallon ones, which are 3 paint sticks, and they're the 5-gallon ones, and they're even bigger. So these are $1.78. You're not investing a tremendous thing if you have to redo some. Not a big deal. $3 for 24 paint sticks. Not a big deal at all. And you can also do the other method, which we're still learning. But I'm not going to throw them out. You just have to look at them. But I'm going to lovingly thank him for sitting there, putting it away, doing the hard work he did to make it happen. I'm very, 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 very thankful. Believe me, very thankful. So we may, on our way down to the Amish country tomorrow, film. I don't know, or come live. I don't know. But it is our 19th wedding anniversary tomorrow. But I mean, we're mainly going down there because I want to see if I can get some of these soap caddies in some of the Amish stores around the area. See if they'll take some of them. Be willing to have some on consignment. But if I don't take them down now, and I keep saying we're going to go down there, and before we know it, we're going to be into fall and winter, and people are going to be, not doing it during season. So down there, we've got ones. Labels on. I don't know what time he's going to leave in the morning, but it woke me up at like some kind of cracking on kind of thing. I just wanted to get this one started. I was going to have it cut before we came live, and that just didn't work. And I didn't know Christina was going to come on live. And if you all were watching the live and it got muted at one point, it's because she called and I had to mute it. And this is a great thing to have. This is Cricut, but it's great when you're putting that basting stuff on and you want to flatten out your fabric on there and sandwich it together real good. That's a really good thing to have. I use it. Put this spray on, and then I took put the spray on, and then I took the I put the spray on, and then I took I put the I put one piece of fabric down. I sprayed it, and then I put the other piece of fabric down, and I took that tool and really sandwiched them together. It seemed to really work. I know I probably won't be doing this tomorrow. Who knows? I never know. I just know I was told by my daughter, you didn't give me enough Kinusaiga projects. Too funny. That's all I have to say. Too funny. Creating a monster. But it's becoming tremendous therapy for her right now in more ways than one. Oh, I need to drink my juice. I could be longer. Swore I wasn't gonna be on here. Where it happens every time. I'm gonna stop. Swear. I'm gonna stop trying to guess time because I fail miserably at it. All right. doing it. I drank my juice before I meant to drink it much sooner than this. Josh has a long piece of board. It's a long piece. I could see something with that. It's a long, skinny piece. Yeah, I'm just, like I said, we're mainly going down there. I love the Amish country. Well, we're going down there because the soap caddies. We're also going down there because while we're down there, I got to go get one or two ornaments in the Christmas shop. They have a Christmas shop that's 365 days a year. We'll get something to eat. Not expensive, but we'll get something to eat when we're down there. And but I want to see if they would. I want to see if the Christmas shop will take any of our or willing to take some of them. I only have a sample of two of them, but if I want to show them to them. And then there's another place down there called Saul's, I think it is, and they do consignment stuff, and I want to see if they'll take any. And I think there's a soap shop around there, if I'm not mistaken. Didn't we get something down there, Mom? Some kind of soap for somebody? Just check. I'll have to look. So, the best thing I ever did was marry him. He's told me more than once that he wouldn't still be here if I had married him. We both went into. Hey, Zach. We both went into marriage having very difficult relationships prior. Oh, well, that's awesome. Put hashtag blessed in the chat. You got it. Both him and I had very difficult relationships prior. So we were both somewhat gun shy a little bit. But we both decided. Hold on a second. We both decided that we had three things. Those three things were this: you cheat on me, you start using drugs or alcohol, and you start being abusive, and we're going to discuss the D word. Other than that, the D word is never coming up because we had both been in divorce court before. We didn't want to go down that road. Now, with that being said, I'm going to say marriage is not easy. It's the hardest thing. It's the hardest job. And the whole thing where people say, we give 50 and 50, it don't work like that. You have to give 100 and 100. It's always, what can you do for the other person to make their life better for the day? But we had that understanding that we were just not going to do it no matter what. We're going to push through all the difficulties. And I give him tremendous amount of credit for not only taking on my daughter, but taking on a daughter with some special needs as his own. And there was a lot of stuff we went through, but we're reaping the blessings of it now. And he's my, you know, the Lord is certainly my strength and my peace and all that. But man, there are times with fibromyalgia that I start having a panic attack, and sometimes it happens at night, and I can just, he's just there. And I had it one time a couple weeks ago for some reason. Out of the blue, there was a panic attack came. I don't know where it came from. Heart started racing and all that kind of stuff. And I literally just had to hold on to him. And it took probably about an hour for the whole thing to come and subside. But he just let me, he was asleep, but he just let me take his arm and just, I had to hold on to him in order to be able to calm myself and bring myself back down again. And, you know, and I had major surgery probably about 2 years into our marriage. I had a very large cyst that would have ruptured if I hadn't had surgery. Let me just tell you, there's certain things after having 30 staples down your stomach and internal stitches all inside that you just cannot do. And I'm not going to go into detail to what they meant. But I will say, if you have a husband or a spouse that's willing to do those things for you, that's marriage. Because you ain't turning this way and this way, 30 staples down your stomach. I can tell you that right now. Very painful, but he hardly left my side. My mom had to ask him to go home and have a shower, but he stayed right with me, and he's done it in hospitals and all that kind of stuff. And so, it hasn't been easy, but we ain't going anywhere. We just go, okay, we're there, and we're gonna get through life together. And sometimes it's not easy. And I'm telling you, cutting poly whatever that foam board stuff is in the middle of, excuse me, Home Depot parking lot can test a marriage because we were bickering back and forth a little bit, and it was like anybody want to rent a husband? I mean, I was just like, come on. And all I kept thinking was, well, thank God it's not snowing. We're trying to do this for the first time. No, it's just 95 degrees outside. That was funny. Anyway, y'all, I'm gonna head off here. I'm gonna go get my stuff done so I can actually go to bed at some point tonight. So, with that being said, y'all, be proud of being you. Everyone else is taken. Keep crocheting that connection. No crochet hook is required or seam ripper at this point. We have you covered. Thank you so much for having us covered. And guys, we're on this journey. And for those that sit there and go, this journey isn't for me, that's okay. It doesn't have to be. The journey we're on with Kinusaiga is a journey of creativity, connection, and just coming on, chit chatting and talking. But whenever this channel comes live, it is an opportunity for you guys to come in and get to know some amazing people and some amazing channels. And we're just here to chit chat. We're opening the house for the connection to happen. And we're going to be doing lots of projects. So if you guys are getting tired of King of Saga, I'm really sorry. I'm hooked. And I guess so is my daughter. So, and I will be on, before I forget, Crystal, the crazy cat lady, I think it is that she's on her. No, Crystal Yarny Chicken. I think that's what it is. And I'm going to be on her channel on the 28th at 1 o'clock because we're just going to talk. And I have a really cute project, a pattern that involves cat and yarn that I have a King of Saga project for. So I thought I would do that while I was on her channel. So we're just going to chit chat and talk and have some fun. And I'm going to enjoy it. So with that being said, y'all, love y'all. See you possibly tomorrow. If not, it will be Wednesday. And I don't know if Christina will come on, but maybe. Who knows? I don't know. Love y'all. Have a great night. Bye bye, everybody.